Dark Brandon versus the Pronoun Patrol. The illustrated origin story of a Joe Biden meme. From USA Today. President Joe Biden and his fellow Democrats appear energized by a string of legislative victories, falling gas prices, and polling that suggests the midterm elections could be more competitive than previously expected. Since last October, the president has been mocked by the nickname Brandon, which bubbled up after a television reporter described chants of expletive Joe Biden, suddenly they're afraid of the F word, at a NASCAR race as the crowd sang, "Let's go Brandon." The phrase began breaking out at rallies by former President Donald Trump, and GOP politicians parroted the line regularly. But with Biden signing the Inflation Reduction Act on Tuesday, the latest in a string of accomplishments, it's a new day, and many of the left have co-opted the Brandon moniker to create memes showing the 79-year-old president as a powerful figure called Dark Brandon, and also illustrating that they know nothing about comics because that means he's a bad guy. Biden's transformation, coupled with a Republican Party that seems to have chosen culture war issues over governing, sets America up for a comic book-worthy showdown that USA Today illustrator Clay Sisk and I have dubbed, drumroll please, Dark Brandon vs. the Pronoun Patrol. This is that story. Chapter 1. Overwhelmed by the taunts. And there's poor Joe Biden. Just getting picked on. All the Let's Go Brandons. You gotta feel bad for him. For Biden, the chants of Let's Go Brandon were overwhelming. In the early weeks of summer, things were looking grim for Biden. His poll numbers were dismal. Gas prices had surged to record highs, and Democrats looked gloomily toward November midterm elections and a likely Republican wave that could cost them control of the House and Senate. Biden was taunted by critics, haunted by a cacophony of mocking "Let's Go Brandon" chants. Now, Chapter 2. On the ropes or just getting started? So, enter the villains of the story. As you can see here. Intimidating. Republicans thought they had him and eagerly plotted his downfall. This is from USA Today, guys. Republicans made merry at Biden's expense. Fox News pundits drooled over high gas prices and inflation. The end of Biden, it seemed, was nigh. But then, the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, roiling the populace. Anti-abortion Republicans swung even harder to the right, proposing wildly unpopular and draconian bans. And then, perhaps because his detractors had said "let's go" one too many times, Brandon went. He went dark. Next chapter, Dark Brandon rises. They even made him look like a villain. It's worth noting here. You know, I shouldn't give my opinions. I just read the story, but the origins of all the Dark Brandon memes on Twitter are from Democrat senators and governors, and they're all from politicians, as if maybe this wasn't just an organic. Anyway. Then Dark Brandon awoke. Gas prices began falling, doling a prime GOP talking point. Biden was diagnosed with COVID-19, but while in quarantine, he ordered the killing of Al-Qaeda leader, blah, 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 Afghanistan words, some kind of towelhead. The old Biden was gone. The old Brandon was gone. Dark Brandon had arrived. Next chapter. Make way for the victories. Look at Dark Brandon just kicking ass. And Dark Brandon got going. He wasn't done. Unemployment hit 3.5%, matching a 5-decade low reached just before the pandemic began, with 528,000 new jobs added in July. Biden signed the CHIPS and Science Act, boosting U.S. semiconductor production, and the PACT Act, aiding veterans exposed to toxic burn pits in foreign wars. Yeah, because that's all that was in any of those bills. Then Congress passed the Inflation Reduction Act, a major climate, health, and tax bill, begging the question why it was called the Inflation Reduction. Oh, no, that's not what it says. That's what it should say. Climate, health, and tax bill that might do the one thing Republicans fear most: improve the lives of Americans. The polls started changing with a strong swing toward Democrats. Biden hovering at a strong 38%. Absent ideas and staggered by the arrival of Dark Brandon, some Republicans summoned the energy of scapegoating and formed ... the Pronoun Patrol. And if you're trying to make sense of this, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. Makes it sound like he's fighting the radical left, the Pronoun Patrol. Anyway, allergic to governing, some Republicans formed the Pronoun Patrol. They mocked people's identities, labeled anyone who mentioned gender identity or sexuality as groomers, and began howling about the danger of drag shows. Senator Ted Cruz of Texas told the conservative group Turning Point USA, "My name is Ted Cruz, and my pronouns are kiss my ass." Are they trying to make him sound cool? Senator Marco Rubio of Florida lambasted America's woke military on Fox News, saying, "Our civilian leaders in the Pentagon have spent the last 2 years focused very seriously on the proper use of pronouns and ensuring that we host the right number of drag queen shows at different military bases around the world." And for sources on that, watch literally any of my videos. And Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia tweeted that her preferred pronouns include only 2 genders, ban drag queen story time, and stop gender-affirming care on kids. Never mess with Dark Brandon. Oh, I'm so ready for this next chapter. Dude, that sounds intense. It made them very small. I'm not sure what... I don't know. Okay. Back in the White House, Dark Brandon let out a booming laugh. They really don't know what heroes and villains are like, do they? This is a very villain thing to do. The diminutive Pronoun Patrol swept the country, harassing librarians and cackling as they defied the laws of basic human decency. And here's Dark Brandon taking them out. Biden confronted the Pronoun Patrol. They think that's what the American people want? Cruelty? I'll win using a little thing my pop called governing by the power of Scranton. Dark Brandon breathed in the Pronoun Patrol's... Oh, wow, I totally read that wrong. I don't even know how to pronounce this word, guys. I need to get better at this. Volminu. So they breathed in their bad air and then blew it back at them, wishing them away on waves of their own hypocrisy. Fantastic. And blew them away with governing. Governing. Thank you to the chat. I now know how to say this. Voluminous. We're not editing that out either when this goes up later. The Pronoun Patrol was no match for Dark Brandon. But this is not the end. He knows his Republican foes will keep coming for him. But next time they come for Dark Brandon, they better bring more than malarkey. Never mess with Dark Brandon. This is surely an instant classic that will be read to children in this nation for decades to come. Thank you, Dark Brandon, and thank you, USA Today.